My name is Asha Jain and now I'm going to be reading my ebook that I made on the history of the UAE. Olden times, up to the 7th century CE, ancient civilizations. Archaeological evidence suggests that human settlement in the region now known as the UAE dates back to around 6000 BCE. In these early times, communities settled along the coast and in the inland oases, such as those in Alain and the Hajar Mountains. The region was home to civilizations that traded in copper, which was abundant in the mountains, with Mesopotamia, present day Iraq, and the Indus Valley. The Umal culture, which was from around 2500 to 2000 BCE. This Bronze Age culture, centered around the island of Umal near modern day Abu Dhabi, was known for its sophisticated tombs and trade networks. These ancient people traded copper, poetry, and other goods with Mesopotamia, indicating a flourishing economic connection with neighboring regions. Maritime and trading power, 16th to 18th century. Portuguese influence. By the early 16th century, European powers, particularly the Portuguese, began to control trade routes in the Indian Ocean. They built fortresses along the coast to secure their dominance. However, their influence in the Arabian Gulf was eventually challenged by the rise of local powers. Emergence of local tribes. The Banias tribe, which settled in the oasis of Liva and later in Abu Dhabi, became a prominent power in the region. Around the same time, the Qawasim al-Qasimi tribe, based in northern regions of the UAE, including Sharjah and Ras Al Khaimah, established themselves as formidable maritime forces. They were involved in both trade and conflict, especially with the British. The British era and the Trucial States, 1820 to 1971. British control. The 19th century saw increased British interest in securing trade routes to India, their most valuable colony. After a series of conflicts with the Qawasim, the British sought to establish a protectorate over the region. In 1820, they signed a general maritime treaty with local rulers, establishing a period of relative peace along the coast, which came to be known as the Trucial Coast due to the truce. The Trucial States. The Trucial States were a collection of sheikdoms under British protection, including the territories of Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Sharjah, Ras Al Khaimah, Ajman, Al Quwain, and Fujairah. This arrangement lasted for more than 150 years, during which the British maintained control over the region's foreign relations and security, while local rulers retained autonomy over internal affairs. The pearl industry. Throughout the 19th and the 20th centuries, the UAE's economy was heavily reliant on pearl diving, which provided a livelihood for many Emiratis. The warm waters of the Arabian Gulf were rich in natural pearls, which were traded with markets in India, Persia, and Europe. However, the industry declined rapidly in the 1930s due to the introduction of cultured pearls from Japan and the economic impacts of the Great Depression. Discovery of oil and the road to unification from 1930s to 1971. The discovery of oil in the 1950s marked a significant turning point in the region's history. The first commercial oil discovery in the UAE was in Abu Dhabi in 1958, followed by Dubai in the 1960s. The oil revenues transformed the economic landscape, enabling investment in infrastructure, healthcare, and education, which laid the foundation for modernization. End of the British protection. In the late 1960s, Britain announced its intention to withdraw from the Gulf by the end of 1971. This prompted the rulers of the Trucial States to consider a union that would ensure their security and prosperity in the face of potential regional instability. The vision of Sheikh Zayed. Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan, the ruler of Abu Dhabi, played a pivotal role in advocating for the unification of the Emirates. Alongside Sheikh Rashid bin Saeed Al Maktoum of Dubai, they worked to bring together the leaders of the Trucial States. Formation of the UAE from 1971 to present. Independence and unification. On December 2nd, 1971, the United Arab Emirates was officially formed with six emirates: Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Sharjah, Ajman, Al Quwain, and Fujairah. Ras Al Khaimah joined in early 1972, completing the federation. Sheikh Zayed became the first president of the UAE. Rapid development. The newly formed UAE leveraged its oil wealth to build modern cities, establish a strong education system, and create a robust infrastructure. Cities like Dubai and Abu Dhabi grew rapidly, attracting people from around the world to live, work, and invest in the country. The UAE diversified its economy with investments in sectors like aviation, tourism, real estate, and finance, making Dubai an international hub for trade and tourism. Cultural preservation. Despite modernization, the UAE has remained committed to preserving its heritage and cultural identity. Traditional practices such as falconry, camel racing, and door building are celebrated, and significant cultural sites like the Al Ain Oasis and the forts in Sharjah and Ras Al Khaimah have been protected and restored. Global influence and diplomacy. In recent years, the UAE has emerged as a significant player in global politics and a center for innovation. It has developed strong diplomatic ties with countries around the world, hosted international events like Expo 2020 in Dubai, and embarked on ambitious projects like the Mars mission, Hope Probe, positioning itself as a leader in the Arab world and beyond. Modern UAE Economic diversification. Today, the UAE's economy is diversified far beyond oil, with sectors like tourism, real estate, and renewable energy playing significant roles. Dubai has become a global city known for landmarks like the Burj Khalifa, while Abu Dhabi is recognized for its cultural contributions such as the Louvre Abu Dhabi. Cultural Renaissance. The UAE has invested in cultural initiatives such as the Sharjah Art Biennale and the Abu Dhabi Film Festival, emphasizing its role as a bridge between the East and the West. The country's leadership continues to prioritize education, technological advancement, and sustainable development, aiming to shape a future that respects both tradition and innovation. So, basically, the summary. First, there was the early history. The area now known as the UAE was inhabited for thousands of years. The people living there were known for pearl diving, fishing, and trading with nearby regions. Archaeological evidence shows settlements as far back as 6000 BC. Islamic influence. In the 7th century, Islam spread across the Arabian Peninsula. 3. Crucial states era. By the 18th century, the region was known for its strategic location along important trade routes. However, conflicts with European powers like the British led to treaties in the 19th century. These treaties were aimed at securing peace, and the area became known as the Trucial States. Discovery of oil. In the 20th century, the discovery of oil in the 1950s changed everything. Oil brought wealth and development to the region. Before that, the economy mainly relied on fishing, pearling, and trading. Next, the formation of the UAE. On December 2nd, 1971, the Trucial States unified to form the United Arab Emirates. The union initially included six emirates: Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Sharjah, Ajman, Umm Al Quwain, and Fujairah, and Ras Al Khaimah joined in 1972, completing the federation of seven emirates. 6. Modern UAE. Since its formation, the UAE has developed rapidly. Its cities, especially Dubai and Abu Dhabi, have become global hubs for trade, tourism, and innovation. The country is known for its skyscrapers, cultural heritage, and modern infrastructure. The UAE story is one of transformation from a desert economy to a global leader, all in just a few decades. Thank you for watching this video on me reading my ebook.